Hi designers, it's Haley with Silver Moon Design School. In today's tutorial, I'm going to take you step by step how to create your very own 3D mug mock-up, like a coffee mug or a tea mug. I'll show you how to create your own mock-up using Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Dimension. Before we get started, I do want to let you know about some exciting news. I will be launching exclusive content on my Patreon starting June 1st. My first series is going to be a logo mock-up series. It's great for brand designers who want to showcase their designs in a 3D way without having to download the same old tired mock-ups that we all have seen 100 times. So if you're interested in that, the link to my Patreon is going to be posted below. Please join the waitlist and you'll be the first to know when that content drops on June 1st. Now let's jump to the tutorial and I'll show you how to create this mug in Adobe Illustrator. Alright, so I'm going to start off with Adobe Illustrator, a new file, and I've placed my reference image here. I chose this ember mug because it's really sleek and smooth and I just love all of the really clean lines. But you can apply this same method to pretty much any mug shape. You just have to change your anchor points. So I have the reference image on a layer called reference and I have it locked so that I can't click and move it by accident because I have this art layer above that I will be working on to build my shapes. So first I'm going to take my rectangle tool and draw around the body of this mug. I'm also going to turn on my rulers and drag to the center point there. So now from here, I don't need that inside fill, but I will change to a white line so I can see what's going on. I'm going to take my scissors tool and clip that rectangle in half and delete the left side because I only need the right side. Now I'm going to move these anchor points so that they match up with the shape below. And I want to create the illusion of this inside line. So what I'm actually going to do, because I want the shapes to be together, so I will go ahead and drag down these lines, stopping there, creating some new anchor points, just copying the outline of this mug. I really like using the pen tool because it gives me pretty exact points to follow. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in really close because I want to create this little divot cutout that is in the ember mug. So I'm going to create those anchor points and just drag that in a little bit. Just keep adjusting until it matches. Okay. Now that I have this shape, I'm going to remove the top line because I want it to be an open mug that you can see inside. So I deleted that line, and I'll also make this thicker, like a 2-point stroke. So now when we come to our 3D materials and choose revolve, you can see that it has created that mug shape. And now I'll drag that to the side because we have to create the handle. And we'll go back to our rectangle tool, draw a rectangle right about that size, and then I want to curve just these two. So I'm using my A arrow and I'm just selecting these two anchor points on the side, and then I'm going to drag the bevel in until it matches the example. Perfect. And now I'm going to copy and paste that shape, and we'll drag it until it matches the outside line. And then revisiting these anchor points, I might have to curve these in just a little bit so that it's more even on the outside. Selecting both of those, come to Pathfinder and hit this minus so that it creates this solid shape. So when I flip the line, you can see that it is solid. And what I'm going to pick now is inflate. And with inflate, if I come and I rotate around, I can say inflate both sides so that it's equal. As I roll it around, as I move around on the y-axis, I can see that it is truly inflated. But I do think it's a little too thick. So what I can do is I can also adjust the depth and I can adjust the volume if I wanted it a little more angular. When it was really full, it was very round, but the more I go down, the more kind of angled that it gets. And I think I like 35% for the volume and then maybe 8 pixels for the depth. So now we have the base and we have the handle. I'm going to create some graphics to go on it. Alright, and now I have this graphic here that I'm going to apply to the mug once we get it going. So I'm going to select these two 3D shapes, come to Collect for Export, and click as multiple assets. You can see that they then show up in the Asset Export panel. And I'm going to do the same one for this. Select as a single asset or multiple asset. So this is mug graphic, and I'm just labeling them what makes sense to me. Mug base, mug handle. And with these two, from your drop-down menu, you want to select the OBJ file type. For this graphic, you'll want to choose a transparent PNG. Alright designers, this wraps up part 1. Get your OBJ files together and join me for part 2 where I'll show you how to put them all together. See you there!